What else have they done to try and lower heart disease? Put everyone over the age of 40 on cholesterol-lowering medication, yeah? Cholesterol-lowering medication. Are you ready for the side effects? Dementia, muscle wasting, Alzheimer's, memory loss, and they've just added another one, breast cancer, because our sex hormones are made from cholesterol. How many people are in aged care with dementia and Alzheimer's and memory loss, and it's the cholesterol-lowering medication? All cholesterol is doing is what God designed it to do, which is to clean up the damage or plug up the holes. The number one cause of heart disease is actually damage to the arterial walls. Can this be cleared up? Absolutely. Come to Living Springs Retreat. Go on a detox program. We can't promise you the arteries will be clear in a week, but they will begin to clear. So a friend of mine, his name's David Harris, he's a chiropractic doctor. He's very fit. He's a cyclist. In his 60s, he goes to Europe every year, cycles for 200 kilometers, vegetarian.
Over 695,000 people in the US have a heart attack every year. So, if you don't want to have one, it's time to address the cholesterol mistakes that could be putting your health at risk. Every day, millions unknowingly make choices that silently harm their heart, thinking they're doing the right thing. But what if the foods you trust most are part of the problem? Renowned health expert Barbara O'Neill is here to reveal the truth about cholesterol, what your doctor might not be telling you, and how you can make simple yet powerful changes to avoid life-threatening pitfalls. From debunking common myths about good and bad cholesterol, to highlighting the habits that truly impact your heart health, Barbara's insights will transform the way you think about wellness. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to protect your heart and optimize your cholesterol levels, ensuring a healthier, longer life. Don't miss it. Your heart depends on it. Let's be real first. Cholesterol is more like a misunderstood character in a movie that everyone blames for the trouble, but it turns out they're actually pretty important to the whole plot. Cholesterol isn't the bad guy here. Rather, it acts like the glue holding everything together. It's fixing stuff, building things, and making sure everything runs smoothly in your system. For example, cholesterol helps make hormones. Without cholesterol, it's like trying to run a city with no internet or phone lines. Nothing works right. We need vitamin D for our health. But our body can't make vitamin D without cholesterol. No cholesterol, no strong bones, no immune defense. And then comes food. Ever wonder how your body deals with the greasy pizza you ate last night? Cholesterol helps your liver make bile acids, which are like soap for breaking down fats in your food. Just imagine washing a greasy frying pan without any dish soap. Impossible, right? That's your body without cholesterol. Then, why does cholesterol get such a bad reputation? It's because there are two types of it running around in your blood. LDL, the so-called bad cholesterol, and HDL, the good one. What makes them good or bad? Well, we will come to that point pretty soon. But the main fact is that cholesterol isn't the problem. It's when the balance is off. Too much LDL, not enough HDL.
Cholesterol is not the problem. One has to ask why if the cholesterol levels are high. Atkins found on his dietary program, where the people are eating cream, butter, cheese, eggs, meat, their cholesterol levels went down. He found his patients with high triglyceride levels came down. He was so excited about this, he went into the medical journals to see if there was research to prove what he was finding, and there was. In fact, in the 1980s, there was research that proved that dietary cholesterol in the food had little or no effect on blood cholesterol levels. Atkins found, and you might find this interesting, he found that fiber was an essential nutrient. These are the three essentials.
When the balance between good and bad goes off, things start piling up, and that's when trouble hits. And a lot of people blame fatty diets for this because...
So with cholesterol, 80% of the cholesterol that the liver makes is made from glucose, and 20% of the cholesterol that the body makes is made from fat.
They think eating fat makes you gain weight or causes health problems. But here's the twist. Fats are actually super important for keeping everything running smoothly in your body. Think of fats as the oil in an engine. Without them, things start to break down. Your body needs fat to make hormones. For women, not getting enough fat can mess with your period or even cause infertility. For guys, it can lower energy or mess with muscle mass. It's not just adults either. Kids and teens need fat to grow properly, especially for their brains. Speaking of brains, did you know your brain is made up of about 60% fat? Without healthy fats, it's like trying to play a video game on a laggy connection. You feel foggy and forgetful, and your mood swings all over the place. Ever had one of those days where you just can't focus or remember anything? That could be your brain begging for some fat.
Glucose burns at 4 calories per gram. A calorie is a unit of energy. That's what glucose burns at, whereas fat burns at 9 calories per gram. Can you see why the brain loves fat? Because fat is going to give more than twice the units of energy, and our brain cells, they're consuming fuel fast.
Plus, your body also needs fats to absorb important vitamins like A, D, E, and K. These vitamins help your body stay strong, your skin glowing, and even your bones healthy. If you don't have enough fat, your body can't soak up those vitamins properly. So, if you eat only a low-fat diet consistently, your skin can get dry and rough.
Is 50% protein, 50% fat? Does that make it pretty essential? It does. We need to be greased and oiled. And every lady that comes here on a fat-free diet, she's got a whole bag full of moisturizers, because what's happening to her skin? It's just drying out. And it gets really dry, the moisturizers go on. How does it feel half an hour later? Same. And they say, Barbara, what do you put on your skin? I say, nothing. Nothing. Not a single cent do I spend on anything I put on my skin. But you know what I eat a nice amount of?
The key is never cutting out fat. It's making sure you're getting the right kinds in balance, but that is exactly what everyone struggles to maintain. Instead, people focus only on a particular number, the cholesterol levels. They focus on lowering that number, and even when some people manage to lower it, they don't feel fit at all, because they are already missing the full picture.
The side effects of cholesterol-lowering medication are Alzheimer's, dementia, memory loss, muscle wasting, and they've just added another one, breast cancer. People with high cholesterol levels don't get Alzheimer's because the brain loves cholesterol. What are our sex hormones made from? Cholesterol. In fact, if you're on cholesterol-lowering medication, your sex hormones are going to be out of balance. Our brain should be getting smarter and wiser with age. And you know what it needs? Nice amounts of fat. It's the fattiest organ in the body. No wonder it suffers with cholesterol-lowering medication.
Let me explain. Cholesterol is a type of fat that your body needs to build cells, apart from making certain hormones. But it doesn't float around in the blood on its own. It needs help from special carriers, like little trucks driving through your bloodstream. These trucks are called lipoproteins. There are 2 main kinds, the bad one, LDL, and the good one, HDL.
But remember, the body doesn't make bad things. There's a purpose for everything the body makes. LDL cholesterol is the repairer and the rebuilder. Wherever you find damage, you'll find LDL, because that's what its role is. It's the repairer and the rebuilder. LDL does something else. It delivers cholesterol to the brain because our brain loves cholesterol. And that's why the Framingham Heart Study, very famous study done in the little town of Framingham, done over probably about 40 years now. They were set up to prove that cholesterol causes heart disease, but they have not been able to do that.
LDL carries cholesterol from your liver to the cells, but when there's too much of it, LDL starts dumping extra cholesterol on the walls of your arteries. Over time, this builds up and forms plaque, which can narrow the arteries, making it harder for blood to flow. This increases the risk of heart disease and even strokes. But HDL? It acts like a cleanup crew that goes around picking up excess cholesterol from the blood and bringing it back to the liver to be flushed out. It's like a garbage truck. picking up all the stuff that's been left behind by the bad LDL trucks.
Let's have a look at the two main types of cholesterol that the body makes, or the liver makes, which is high-density lipoprotein. And it's called the good guy because HDL carries excess cholesterol back to the liver. That's why it's called the good guy.
So, the more HDL you have, the better it's for your health, because it helps clean up your arteries and keep things flowing smoothly. And it also means that if you only care about your total cholesterol number, you could be missing the fact that it's not just about how high or low the total number is. It depends on what makes up that number. If your total cholesterol is high because you have a lot of LDL, the bad stuff, you're still at risk for heart problems, even if the total number looks normal. But if that total number is high because you have a good amount of HDL, the good stuff, your heart is probably doing just fine, even if the total number isn't perfect. Let's make this real with an example. Suppose your total cholesterol is 250 mg/dl, but if most of that comes from HDL, you're in good shape. But if it's mostly LDL, that's a red flag. You might want to focus on lowering that LDL and boosting your HDL. But people don't do that. What they do instead is just take a pill to lower the cholesterol overall. That's it. Now, after knowing all this, do you think that would ever work? The most common medicine doctors prescribe to lower cholesterol is called a statin. Basically, statins work by blocking your body from making cholesterol, which helps lower the amount in your blood. But while statins do their job of lowering cholesterol, they aren't all good. Some people who take them end up with side effects like muscle pain, feeling tired all the time, or even digestive issues.
What do those statin drugs do? Or Crestor, Lipitor, they're probably two of the most popular. What do? They block the pathway in the liver that the liver uses to make cholesterol, so it stops making so much cholesterol. But that same pathway that the liver uses to make cholesterol, it uses to make coenzyme Q10. What's coenzyme Q10? It's your heart protective enzyme. So a person can go on these medications in the hope that they're going to reduce their risk of heart disease. They can actually increase it. And what are the side effects of cholesterol-lowering medication? Memory loss, dementia, Alzheimer's, muscle wasting. You want to build those muscles, not waste them.
In some rare cases, statins can mess with your liver or increase your chances of getting diabetes. Why? Because they blindly lower cholesterol. They don't actually fix the reasons why your cholesterol got high in the first place. It's like putting a bucket under a leaky pipe instead of actually fixing the leak. But the leak is still there, right? Now, Dr. Barbara O'Neill, who's all about natural health, says that the real way to deal with high cholesterol is by focusing on your lifestyle. Think of it this way. If you only rely on medicine, it's like putting a Band-Aid on a broken rib.
We had a pharmacist do our program. She said, I'm annoyed. She said, I'm annoyed because a circular has come out that everyone over 150 has to go on cholesterol-lowering medication. She said, I'm a pharmacist. I'm not against drugs. That's my job. Half-time pharmacist, half-time I work in a hospital. She said, I'm annoyed because it's just a money-making scheme. That's what the pharmacist told me. Someone's on antibiotic, they're on it for a week. If they're on this, how long are they told they're on it for? So that was from the words, from the lips of the pharmacist.
So, you need to be careful about what you're eating and how much you're moving. Let's start with food. Imagine your body is like a car. If you fill it with junky, low-quality fuel, it's going to run into problems. So instead of eating things like burgers, fried food, and all that greasy stuff, you could eat healthy fats, things like avocados, nuts, and olive oil. These kinds of foods help lower your bad cholesterol. Foods with a lot of fiber, like fruits, veggies, and whole grains, help too by cleaning out the cholesterol from your body. On the flip side, too much processed food or fatty meat can push your bad cholesterol up and clog your arteries. Then, there's exercise. I mean, you don't have to become a gym freak or anything, but getting your body moving regularly makes a huge difference. When you exercise, your body actually makes more good cholesterol, the HDL kind, which helps get rid of the bad cholesterol. It's like the good cholesterol is the cleanup crew, hauling away the junk that's clogging things up. Even simple stuff like walking, swimming, or dancing around can help keep your cholesterol in check, because bad cholesterol is always the extra unwanted cholesterol. If you keep putting in bad junk food and fried snacks, eventually your body won't function properly because you are constantly feeding your body fuel that raises the bad cholesterol, or LDL. But if you start eating foods with healthy fats like olive oil, nuts, and avocados, you can help clear up the traffic jams because they raise your HDL count.
But where the negotiations would change the most would be health status. So if someone wanted to lose weight quickly, what would they drastically drop? Carbs, and with no detrimental effect to the body. Last year on Catalyst, there was a documentary called Fat or Fiction, and there were professors on there just blowing this theory that fat is bad. It's actually essential. And one professor of nutrition, he said, you can actually live very well without any carbohydrates. But again, we don't suggest you do, but maybe initially to lose weight, you'll stop them all.
Now, food alone doesn't do the trick. You've got to get moving. Regular exercise, whether it's going for a walk, cycling, or dancing, helps boost HDL. To sum it all up, if you want to keep your cholesterol levels in check, you've got to treat your body like a well-oiled machine. Eat good, whole foods, fruits, veggies, healthy fats, and make sure to get moving every day. But this knowledge sounds too basic, not enough to get the full picture. So, let me tell you what influences this delivery guy's schedule. First up, genetics. Some people are born with conditions that make it hard for their body to handle cholesterol properly. There's something called familial hypercholesterolemia, a fancy name. In simple terms, it is a genetic condition where your body struggles to get rid of bad cholesterol. Next, there's diet, as we already discussed. Then, there's the stuff that we don't always think about. Lifestyle habits. If you're not getting enough exercise, your good cholesterol, HDL, can drop. Stress, smoking, and alcohol can also mess with your cholesterol. Stress raises a hormone called cortisol, which is a bad influence on cholesterol. Smoking lowers the good cholesterol, and too much alcohol can increase your triglyceride levels. So when you're feeling stressed out or lighting up a cigarette, your cholesterol is probably getting a little upset too. Age and hormones are also big players in this story. As we get older, cholesterol levels naturally rise, especially for women after menopause. That's when a woman's estrogen drops, which makes it harder for the body to keep cholesterol in check. Men tend to have higher cholesterol earlier in life, but for women, it's usually a bit later. But there are a ton of myths about cholesterol that need to be busted. One of the most common ones is that only overweight people have high cholesterol. That's not the case either. Even thin people can have high LDL levels if their diet is poor or if they have a genetic predisposition. And here's another one. Cholesterol doesn't affect young people. Wrong again. Cholesterol can start building up in your arteries from a young age, so it's important to make healthy choices early on. Finally, some people think that fats in food are the main culprit for high cholesterol, so they cut all the fat-related food items from their diet. But that doesn't help at all. It's about choosing the right kind of fats. Good fats can actually help lower the bad cholesterol. And finally, even if you have to lower your cholesterol levels, it's better to do so with natural remedies, without popping a bunch of pills. Let's start with the simple stuff. There are these magical foods called fiber-rich foods.
But fiber not only sweeps every day, fiber also, because of its bulk, stimulates peristalsis, and this should ever be moving. Dr. Kellogg said 3 intakes of food a day should equal 3 evacuations. Not many people do that. The food that we eat should be out within 16 hours. And I'm afraid that doesn't often happen.
Things like oats, beans, lentils, and fruits like apples are packed with soluble fiber. What this fiber does is it kind of grabs onto the bad cholesterol in your body and helps it get flushed out. It's like having a trash truck come around and clear away all the junk. So, the more fiber-rich foods you eat, the better your cholesterol can be. Plus, oats and barley are like little superheroes when it comes to keeping your cholesterol in check. They're packed with soluble fiber, which works like a sponge, soaking up all the extra cholesterol in your gut before it gets into your bloodstream. So, if you're having a bowl of oatmeal or a barley salad every now and then, you're helping your body flush out some of that unwanted cholesterol. In fruit, apples, pears, and citrus fruits are full of something called pectin, which is another type of soluble fiber. Think of pectin as a kind of cleaning crew for your arteries. It scrubs away the bad cholesterol, helping your blood flow smoothly. Throw some of these fruits into your snacks or meals, and you're doing a solid job keeping your cholesterol in check. Nuts are another secret weapon. Almonds, walnuts, and pistachios are packed with healthy fats that help balance out the bad fats in your body. You don't need a whole lot. Just a small handful a day can work wonders. They're like tiny little balance agents, helping keep your cholesterol levels in line.
So what's a fruit-yielding seed? There's your nut. All your nuts come from the fruit of the tree. Pumpkin, so that's your seed. Coming to your nuts now. For your nuts, almond, Brazil, hazel. But when I was in Germany last year, they make the most beautiful hazelnut cake. And it's almost half just ground hazelnuts. Lovely and rich.
Now, herbs and spices aren't just for making your food taste good, they can also help with cholesterol. Take turmeric, for example. It has a compound called curcumin that's known for its anti-inflammatory powers, which can help reduce cholesterol buildup. Toss a little turmeric into your soups, curries, or even smoothies, and you'll be doing your heart a favor while adding some zing to your meals. Garlic is another good one. It's been linked to heart health for ages, and for good reason. Garlic contains compounds that help lower cholesterol and improve circulation. You can cook with fresh garlic or even eat a little raw, and it's like you've got a natural cleanup crew working inside your body, keeping your blood vessels clear and flowing smoothly. Ginger's been around for centuries, and it's another powerhouse for your cholesterol. It's been shown to help lower levels too. Add some fresh ginger to your tea, smoothies, or dishes, and it'll act like a little booster, keeping things in balance. And don't forget about green tea. Drinking a cup daily gives you those heart-healthy antioxidants that can help regulate your cholesterol levels and prevent the bad stuff from building up. It's a small habit that can have a big impact. The key with all of this is making these foods and herbs part of your regular routine. Just like you tidy up your room to keep it nice and neat, your body needs a consistent supply of these natural foods to keep your cholesterol balanced. It's all about being consistent and making these heart-healthy choices a part of your daily life. Now that you're aware of the common cholesterol mistakes, which ones will you be correcting to better protect your heart health? Have you already made any changes, or are you planning to? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe for more valuable insights on maintaining optimal health. See you soon.